Where the fuck are we? What's going on?
Well, we are live. Well, not live because this is probably pre-recorded.
Yeah, we're definitely not live.
We're not live.
We're live in this moment.
We're live in. I'm alive right now.
If either one of us die in the next 4 days before we put this video out, it's going to be very upsetting.
How dumb. Well, we're officially in our studio.
We are here. This is our studio.
Yeah.
It kind of feels surreal because we've been working on this for, a few months now, and then it just all happened
Just happened so fast.
super quick. I think personally, I was preparing mentally for this in November, and then September rolled around and it was oh, it's go time. All right, let's do it.
Well, the problem is that you started working with me. How was our first conversation when I hired you guys to be my media company?
Our first conversation was literally you're looking for someone to edit your content, and it was supposed to be a 15-minute call. It wound up being probably an hour.
I hired him.
Plus, and you hired me on the phone, sight unseen, never met me before, but you knew us through Sturdy Joe.
Well, Sturdy Joe, I trust his judgment when it came to stuff like that. So,
and that's how we got to know each other.
That was when did you start? June?
Yeah, May or June when we first
and
chatted.
now I'm sitting in a studio with you as a business partner.
Yeah, that first conversation ended with you reading me credit card information over the phone. And then 4 months later, we're sitting here in the middle of a empty studio.
Well, I think the thing is you got two big components. You have one that I am a person that always wanted to be a radio host. I already knew what I wanted. I already envisioned an idea in my head. That's why I filmed the podcast studio. I filmed in that other space, and now I knew at some point I was going to have my own studio. It was just figuring out how I was going to do it. Now you connect with somebody like you that says, I ask you, where's your studio? And you're like, I don't have one. I'm like, how don't you have one? And then it's just we just build one?
Yeah, I think our second or third conversation came up. It was a week after we met.
Well, yeah. So you have two desires in that, and I think it's pretty easy to make decisions when I just know exactly what I want. And obviously you owning a media company, I primarily thought you should absolutely have a space, and I want my own space. Why don't we join forces? And I thought, pretty. I think that's why it went so fast too. It was just we already knew what we were looking for, and then
in a way, we didn't need each other to do this.
No, we don't. We don't.
And that was, I think, a really cool and interesting factor going into us figuring this whole thing out was regardless of working with us, you were going to build a studio for yourself, whether it was going to be in your basement or another location. Yeah. And then outside of you, I wasn't going to build a studio, or I could have just gone and done this on my own as well. But
you don't need me and I don't need you.
Exactly.
That's
but
the
that's
thing.
A cool
it is.
way to do it, because a lot of the times, a lot of the business relationships I have, it's a give and take, and I need something from them, they need something from me. That's how it works. They exchange money or I exchange money for things, and this was kind of hey, this makes a ton of sense for my business, independent of you. And this makes a ton of sense for you because you were going to do it anyway, and now you have a media team as a partner 100%. On the back end. And so I think that's why it clicked so fast.
Well, I also, when I hired you, I already saw the quality of work that was coming out. That was number one. So it wasn't just I hired you without knowing anything. So there's obviously, I've already seen a finished product. And then I am a person that just here you go, just take care of it. I trust freedom, and I trust judgment when it comes to that. I think people act better when you kind of let them free range and handle it. And then I think one of the smartest things you did, which I love, because a lot of people don't do this. I go to something, I say, well, you know what, this is too expensive for me. But you went to me well, what's in your budget? And that's a good sales tactic. Where can I fit into that? So I loved your mindset where it wasn't no, we're going to make this work. How are we going to make that work? That I loved. And then even just recently, in the last 2 weeks of us just putting everything together, in my head, I was already formulating, oh, I got to do this, I got to do this and this. And then I pick up the phone and like, yeah, no, I already took care of the internet. I already took care of that. I'm like, wow, this guy's actually a legitimate business partner where he's actually holding his end of the deal, like of what we obviously negotiate privately, you know, which is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, I think we've been talking in our Discord back and forth and making lists.
Got
of
him onto
things.
Discord, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I'm not a Discord guy, but now I am, apparently. We made lists of like, all right, these are the things that need to get done, right? We had to get the utilities transferred over. We had to get internet. We have to get all these things in place in order to actually physically get the space as well and sign the lease and have the, landlords actually give us the keys because they had to have proof of certain things. And that week before, you're on vacation, right? And 2 weeks before that, I'm on vacation. So it's like you're handling stuff while I'm gone. I'm handling stuff while you're gone. And like, all right. So I had to spend 45 minutes at a PSE&G office last Friday to get the paperwork done. Like, it's just what needs to get done. I think that's
But going back
having partners who do that is important.
But going back to everything you said with two guys that don't need each other but want to work together, I think that's what makes it so much fun. What we're here, we already have a name for the studio.
Yeah, we didn't even really. We just kind of got into talking. We didn't even say what we were doing or what this is.
Well,
do you want to announce it?
Yeah, I'll announce it.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, I want to welcome you to Bella Vita's studios here in Huntington. It's Huntington, not Huntington Station. Right?
It's Huntington.
It's Huntington.
We're at 310 New York Avenue, right around the corner from Main Street. Perfect location, right in the middle of town in Huntington here.
Brick and mortar. Storefront.
We're here.
We're storefront right here. And there's a shop right next door that makes, I saw they make crepes.
Oh, yeah. We're right next to I don't know the name of the place, so they're going to be upset. We don't know our neighbors yet.
That's okay.
Right next to the crepe place, right behind Mondays, right next to some pet stores here.
Is it just leashes?
I don't know what they've got.
I just saw leashes. I saw one pet shop in Miami. It wasn't a pet shop. It was just leashes. Anyway,
I don't think that was a pet stop.
Well, oh, boy. Well, let's get back on.
Yeah, so we're here. This is Bella Vita Studios.
Welcome.
This is going to be our office. We're going to have 2 functioning studio spaces in here. This is going to be a multi-purpose content creation space. And I think the big thing that I'm looking forward to, and I know you are as well, is how this is going to be customizable for every single person that we work with. I think that the biggest problem that we're looking to solve with this is that people need a space to go to where they don't just look like everyone else and feel like everyone else. We're going to be investing in our clients the same way that they're investing in us and building out a space that suits their needs specifically for them.
Absolutely. And I think the other thing too, it's not, you have all those things where we have challenges where we're going to ultimately figure out where we can make an interchangeable podcast studio. I'm going to have my personal podcast studio and office for Dan the Home Buyer Man, highlighting the journey. So I'm going to have my own dedicated space, but primarily my vision is obviously the studio for it to be operational and functional for anybody to come here and film, not just a podcast, literally any type of content. And that's what I want people to come to. And all that being aside, I want people to feel good when they step through that door. Mm-hmm. It's also an energy thing too. It's your employees, us, you see us, and it's like we're building a business because we don't need each other. We want to have a good time. Same thing with all of it. I think the idea of media too doesn't have to be so daunting. And that was one thing I loved about you. There was just not pressure. Like, yes, you want to guide me and prompting up media and how things go. Absolutely. Strategy, plan, all that. But I also like the environment too of just like, well, here's a space. What would you like to do? Mm-hmm. And then they say, oh, I don't know. Well, let's help you out here. And I think that's where obviously creative minds like you and even Eric over there are going to able to establish that. And I'm very excited for the people that are going to walk through these doors and able to shoot what they want. Because I just think media, and I know, it's like media is just everything now.
I mean, we've both built businesses and brands off of social media. and my entire business is built off of social media.
Dude, that's so crazy. Mine's not.
Like a majority of people I've met.
Wow.
My first few clients were like social media. That's how I met them, you know? And I think that a lot of people, relationship-wise, maintenance of relationships or building new relationships, that's the way to get in touch with people. I've said it on several different podcasts that I've been a guest on. It's like, cool, I can physically walk up and down Main Street here and knock on how many doors, how many businesses are there?
Right off
30,
Main Street.
40. But if I wanted to knock on 200 virtual doors every single day on social media, I can. I can message people, I can talk to people, I can learn from people. And our clients are people who understand the power of that, who've built businesses and are already present on social media, but maybe just need a little help with the direction, need a little bit of help with creating something that's actually going to cut through the noise and get you attention, but also help you build relationships with people and maintain relationships.
Even as I dove into media this year, so my goal this year, because I did nothing last year, and I came in this year swinging, and I was shooting the most cringy content in the beginning. I watched my videos. I'm like, Dan, hi, how's it going? But obviously, you need the reps. You need time. But if it wasn't for media, I don't think I would have even besides my real estate and what I do, my current job status with this new company I'm with, because what the podcast and everything did for me, where a lot of people, I know so many people out there, I look at them and I know what kind of person they are, but they go for a job interview and everybody puts on the fake face. Oh, how's it going? I'm wearing a suit today. I'm like, well, you never really wear a suit, but all of a sudden now you're wearing a suit. Everybody's playing phony a little bit, but it's a job interview. You really don't know where that person's talents are. But if you watch a media video of me and you see look how goofy or intelligent Dan is at the same time, you know what? I want Dan to work for me. What people don't realize too, it's also likability. People see, oh man, I really like how he operates, he's good moral values, and you can put all that out into content. It doesn't even necessarily have to be, well, listen, I own a cupcake shop, you got to come to my cupcake shop. It's just showing, here's the personality, and people actually get to see exactly who you are, which opens doors.
And what you're saying is authenticity, right?
100%.
It's there's a reason why there's a lot of authentic content creators that are growing right now. It's because they're just having thoughtful conversations with people, maybe showing what's actually going on in their lives at the moment. There's people like Sam Solik out there who are making workout content, and he's constantly training, bodybuilding, but he's just filming the real
deal
of what's going on in his life and in his world. And that's kind of the approach, is like, let's be authentically yourself, and that's how you connect with people.
I think
the right people will connect with you based on who you are.
Damn, that was good. He's a smart man. He's a very smart individual, Steve. You're right. Who do you want to work with? Who do you want to spend your time with? And it's not crazy, because it's the digital age. What was it last year? Last year? Podcast grossed in is it like 8 billion or 2 billion? I don't even know the number.
I don't know those stats.
But it's just the direction everything's going to go. I was even talking to Sturdy Joe. Joe's like, watch, teachers are going to have podcasts, he said this, in 10 years to tell what their students are going, like what's going on. I freaking believe it. I believe it. I think this is just we're still at the very beginning point. Even though podcasts have been around for the last 15 years, I really think this is going to be the thing, and I think everybody should utilize it, and I think you should come down here, test out this space, see how you feel, and we want to make it work for literally virtually everybody that we possibly can, and we want you to have a good time while you're down here. It's not just a daunting process, because people, that's another thing. People also have a hard time also shooting content because they're nervous and they think they're so worried about it. And yes, there is that component in the beginning, but then you realize you make one video, it's like, okay, great. And then you think that's the only video. No. You shoot a podcast, how many clips can you get from me from shooting a podcast, roughly?
How many can we?
Like roughly all from me right now.
For an hour-long video,
Yeah.
we could probably, for this conversation,
Even this
we could
conversation.
probably clip like 10 usable clips out of it. maybe 3 like really great ones.
But that's what I'm talking about. And the other thing too about a podcast is that it's to have a conversation like you and me are having. Yes, it's very hard to deliver a full-blown episode. Somebody's going to fully listen to a podcast. But getting the clips and watching a 30-second clip, 45-second clip, people will watch that. And the only way you get the authenticity, like what you're saying, the real moments or those moments is through a natural conversation. And it takes about, I would say half an hour to an hour with another person, and then saying, oh, here are the spots you want to clip, and then put that on, make that as the reel, as the video. And that's the only way I find that you really get those really good videos. Instead of going on the camera and saying, hey, I feel really good about real estate, and I think you should buy houses. It's like,
yeah, I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it. There's intention. What's your goal with the show or the content that you're filming? But that's kind of what we do, right? And that's why I think this partnership is going to work really well. We don't know exactly what this is going to be. You're sitting here in an empty space before we build it out. We've got this is going to be like our office space, and then we have Studio A there. We have Studio B, which is another room in the back. And I think the thing for us to do is just let's film. We're going to film the entire process, the progress of building this place out, getting it to where it needs to be. And
I'm really thinking about how are we going to do this? I really think we don't do anything. I think this is the space that we sell. Just like this. Everybody comes in and just sits down and just completely raw content. Just like this.
We're not moving these cameras.
That's it. We're
we did
done.
Empty space?
No, we're just kidding.
No, we have some big plans for the setup of specifically that studio right through the doors there.
Yeah.
Studio A, and then we'll have Studio B cranking as well shortly after that.
And for me, I have my own setup too. I would obviously have more guests, flexibility with having my own space, plus all my real estate, and doing my real estate business out of here too as well. Because when you do come down here, when we do have the grand opening, which we're gonna figure out soon, but when you see this beautiful space, you'll understand. But there's only one way you will understand is you kind of gotta come here, right?
Yeah, I mean, we're definitely gonna have this grand opening event. We will definitely be giving some giveaways to to people.
We're already giving away stuff.
Yeah, we've got.
We got nothing to give here.
You can come sit cross-legged here in the middle of the floor.
I love the fact that the address is New York and it's right off Main Street.
Yep. That's 310 New York Avenue, second floor.
That's pretty badass. Are we badass?
I mean, maybe for us.
Okay. I'm enjoying this.
We didn't really have a direction in what we wanted this conversation
to
be. I know we just wanted to kind of announce the space and talk about it.
Yeah.
I feel like we accomplished that. Is there any questions you have for me?
Long pause. What's that? Say it.
Yeah, Eric,
doesn't matter. You can edit
question?
this.
He set you up for the question.
Oh, you could have asked the question.
What question is that? I have a question for you. Up. You know what that time is.
Means my daughter's babysitters are leaving soon. And
Hold on. I do maybe have a due question. Oh.
I have an extra 15 minutes. We're good.
Yeah, an extra 15 minutes. Question for Steve. Okay. What? What?
I thought you were going to say it.
What? Why are you gay? Now I'm gonna cut the.
Yeah, now we have to cut that out.
Arnold, actually cut this out.
Yeah, for real.
No, actually cut it out. No. My question for you, Steve, is: what do you think is stopping us? You think anything is stopping us right now
From what?
from this all becoming what we want it to be?
No, I don't think there's anything. I mean, we're physically here. The thing that was stopping us was we didn't have the studio. Now we have the studio. We picked up the.
I just want to hear him
ago.
say, "There's nothing going to stop us." No, I am.
There's genuinely nothing stopping us right now.
All right, now I'm going to piggyback what you said. You have any questions for me, Steve?
I don't.
Really?
No, I'm just kidding. I can come up with one.
I didn't even think about
when
it.
did you?
Ooh.
When did you decide that this studio is going to become a reality? Independent of me.
Independent of you?
Or was it dependent on me?
No, it had nothing to do with you. You accelerated it by far. I mean, this acceleration, I wanted as quickly as possible.
Was this something you knew you wanted before we met?
Yeah, 100%. I knew the podcast was maybe like 5 years ago, like long time ago. I knew I wanted to do the podcast. I also stopped. The main thing for me was stop living in fear. I lived in fear pretty much much of my life, where I'm like, got to be prepared. Well, guess what? We are prepared as business owners.
There's a difference between preparation and like
yes,
overkill and procrastination, right? So there were certain things that we had to iron out before we made this happen, but that didn't we weren't like crawling doing those things. It was just sometimes lawyers and people looking at these things take time, but I don't think that means like you're living in fear. I think that's more, there's a difference between doing your due diligence and actually being fearful.
Of course. So for me, it came down to stop living in such fear and just say yes, just move it, just go, just do it, take the jump, take the plunge. What do you got to lose? Yes, there is money, investments. We do have things that are on the line, but it is nothing that's. For me, it's like I'm at the point in my life where I have established myself where I'm like, I know that I wouldn't put my family or anything at harm's way. These risks are calculated where it's yes, just take the shot. Because I might have said this 1,000 times already. I'm going to say it one more time. I just never ever wanted to go to my deathbed saying, wish I could have, should have. And I just saw the space, and we sat with it. I'm like, damn it, it's in Huntington, but it's far from my house. But it's just. We got to get it. We have to get it. How can you not get it?
We were looking at more central locations, and because I'm in Huntington, I'm in Massapequa.
He's in Huntington, so he's literally 5 minutes away. My wife was just calling me, by the way, so I have to head home back to Massapequa.
And we were looking at central locations, but none of them were great. This one popped up. I saw it and said, Dan, just come look at it. I know it's far, but let's look at it.
Come on.
And then you walked in the doors and you're like, we have to get this spot. We have to get this place.
And if somebody knows real estate, these are unicorns. This is a unicorn. I'm a unicorn.
10-foot ceilings.
Yeah. But we hope you guys join us. I hope you guys.
Well, we'll put out when we have our launch event. We'll have.
I'm just begging
a bunch of people.
Please
here.
come down.
No, people will come. We're gonna build it. People will come. We already have a lot of interest. I'm excited.
I was walking my dog this morning. I don't know why this came to my head. Have you ever seen Wayne's World?
Yeah, of course.
Have you ever seen Wayne's World 2?
Probably once.
Okay, so I've seen
Wayne's World. I've seen maybe 15, 20
times.
In
Wayne's World 2, it was like build it and they will come. It was like he was trying to build Wayne Fest or wherever it was, and I don't know why it dawned on me. So we're here.
Well, do you know where that's originally from?
No.
Field of Dreams. If you build it, they will come. Or that's probably not the direct quote. I think that I read recently.
How much crap am I going to get to if I said I haven't seen it?
Yeah, well, first you need to watch Field of Dreams because it's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Right after
one of the greatest sports movies of all time.
Right after I get yelled at.
It's a top 5 sports movie.
I'm not into sports.
Yeah, but it's the story. It's the.
What's the number 1 sports movie? Is it?
Oh, I've got a good one. I always it's. Shia LaBeouf. It's a golf movie. The greatest game ever played. Completely unknown. Great sports movie.
Oh, there you have it.
So yeah, watch that one too. Watch Field of Dreams, and then you can watch the greatest game ever played also.
Ready to do this?
Let's go get these desks.
Yeah, we got desks coming, and
we got a lot of shit coming.
Hell yeah.
Let's do it.
Oh. You stay sexy, staying.
My legs fell asleep.